I know a lot of people from here, and I don't know, they put on a really good show.
This year we have right around 180 entries. That is our cars, the club cars, and spectator cars. So yeah, we definitely have some good regional support. We have Highway 2 Cruisers, which is south of Thief here. They have a good showing this year. We also have Northern Cruisers up from that Moore Road direction. They have quite a few cars down here. And then over when you get west of us, we have the Valley Cruisers, which I know at least 10 cars came from that club as well. So good showing right around this area. You know, the bike number for this year is right around that 11 or 12. I believe we did 12 bikes this year. We kind of rolled the bikes in with the rest of the show. They kind of have their own spot to park, but rolled in with the rest of the show as well. So.
Officially, the North Country Cruisers Motorhead Classic is what we call our car show in Warroad in late June. Started in 2004. There was another club before that, and we took it over after that, so we've been doing it for 13 years. 8 cars here today. We have 40 members, and we probably have 20 active members. We don't make anybody come and do if they don't want to. I've been a member since 2005 when I moved to Warroad, Minnesota. Originally I was from the greater Seattle area. Been a motorhead all my life. Went to school for mechanics. Had built hot rods when I was a kid growing up. Always been into it. And then kids are out of the house, and I've always been tinkering and build some and you sell it and you build something else. And I just bought this one last year and just started tinkering on it. I found this, actually my wife found it on the internet out of Eden Prairie. Making it my own. You know, you could buy a brand new car, you're still going to do something else to it. Last year at this show I sold Franken-Nova, which is a 1972-ish Nova. It's basically a bunch of scrap parts that I put together. I've got a 69 Chevelle, I've got a 74 Camaro, 97 Camaro convertible. So I'm a big Chevy guy.
I've been into cars since I was a teenager. I did my first car, I was just out of college. I did a 70 Camaro that I took to the 1980 Carcraft Street Machine Nationals in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I sold it a couple of years later. I've regretted it ever since. I bought it in 2012. It sat for a year, and then I started the disassemble process and stuff like that early on. But total build was probably only just over 3 years. Of course, it didn't get painted in a two-car garage. A real good friend of mine named Cole Spencer from Grand Forks squirted the paint and did a beautiful job. I was here last year, right after I finished the car. This was the first show I brought it to.
We've owned the car for about 12 years. It has been fixed up this condition. This is the second year on the road. We found it south of Bemidji in a yard sale. About 12 or 13 years ago, like that. It was, the people who had it had started to restore it, and the fellow passed away, and the wife just did not want to see the car because of memories, and I was able to want to sell it. I was able to. When I was right out of high school, I had a 69 Ford Bronco 1, same color as this, red, and I stumbled on this one, just went. When it gets to be restoring like this, the hours are, it takes a lot, many hours. But it's a hobby to just do for myself, just for the fun. Every project I have going, I have 2 or 3 projects, let's say, because I can't stay on one and take a chance of getting burnt out. That don't work. So you have to enjoy what you're doing, or it doesn't work.
It's been in the family since it was new. I took it right down to the frame rails and then built it back up with air suspension in, all modern drivetrain, redid the body, had it painted. Oh, most weekends I take it for some kind of spin. This is my first time out of town this summer, but usually we hit 3-4 car shows in the summer. I got it done 2 years ago. It was kind of 8 to 10 year project. Worked on it when I could, when I had money. I have a 2-car garage and one stall kind of dedicated to this. I just bought a 69 Chevy pickup, kind of like this one. It's our next project. It was sitting in the woods for 18 years.
Sure, there's a couple different ways to become a member of the car club. Probably the easiest way is we have a website. It's www.trfstreetwizards.com. There's a lot of information on there about what's going on with the club, events that we have going on. There's also a section of who the officers are and who to get in contact if you want to become a member. There's a membership form on there, but really just that easiest way is to reach out, speak to someone that's listed there, and we can get that part of it figured out. We also do have a Facebook page as well. It's TRF Street Wizards. If you go and request to be a member of that page, we can let you become a member there. There's a lot of information that comes out on that as well. Roughly right now, before coming into the show, we were right around that 45 paid members. How we do the members on that is a family. So if somebody pays, that whole family is a part of the club, or it could be an individual, however that works out for that person. But right around that 45 paid members. We have a couple different options when it comes to that. We have Wednesday night cruises that happens every Wednesday from 6 to 9 o'clock. That's at Senex on 59, Senex and A&W on 59. We park out front. Like I said, that's every Wednesday. We also have out-of-town cruises that happen throughout the remaining month. There's the times and dates for those are posted on the website or on Facebook, but there's numerous other ones coming up that are able to attend and be a part of. It's kind of a mixture there. Yeah, when we leave for those, we usually pick a place in town. We'll meet around that 5:15, 5:30. We have a lot of club members that attend and become part of those, but we open that up to anybody that wants to be a cruiser. They can come in and follow us along or go to whatever event, or we usually have something that's going on that we go to, whether it be a meal or a garage tour, checking out somebody else's cars, something like that. So really kind of grew up with that. Grew up on the farm, so we were always working on something, whether it was farm equipment or something else. But those tractors kind of turned into pickups and then turned into cars. So just kind of kept going down that line, getting faster things.
Plymouth. Came out of the woods about 3 years ago. The whole intake manifold, that's custom built. I mean, the motor, transmission, suspension, that's pretty much all, you know, everything is custom. And to be honest with you, other than to sheet metal and frame rails, suspension is custom, exhaust. I mean, I don't know where to start or stop. Oh, yeah.